Last session, we finished working with pipes, how to configure and create pipes. Now, one more important, we need to understand about services. Angular service. Right. As I already explained, a service is a predefined business logic. So which can be reused in an application. Predefined business logic which can be reused in an application. Can be reused in an application. By injecting into any component. That is the first important point. So it is a predefined business logic. As I already explained yesterday, service is a collection of factories. So every factory is a collection of related type of functions, and we learned that service uses a singleton pattern. Service uses a singleton pattern. So that means where object is created only once and the same object is used across multiple requests. So that means it uses a singleton pattern where object is created for first request, and the same object is used across multiple requests. That's what actually singleton pattern is. And generally, service, how we create. In Angular, service is a class actually. That means in Angular service is a class. So that comprises of methods. Service is a class that comprises of methods which return specific functionality. So that means service comprises of methods. We call them as service methods. So you can inject a service into any component and you can access the service methods. So service is injected. That means to inject service. How it is designed, we will see that, right? Yeah. Actually, service uses dependency injection. Service uses dependency injection mechanism. mechanism. So it requires technically it requires an injector. It requires an injector and must be configured as injectable. It must be configured as injectable. Then only you can inject this service into any component and use it. So how it works, we will see that. Generally, service is a class and it contains collection of service methods. Then how it gets the service behavior. So service gets its behavior from injectable metadata. It gets the behavior from injectable metadata, or you can simply say that it gets the behavior from injectable attributes. So technically we call them as the decorator, injectable decorator. Actually, component have component decorator. Pipe have a pipe decorator. All are classes only. And service have an injectable decorator. Through that you can inject that pipe into the root application whenever the application is loaded. Then we can start using it, that service. So it's a predefined business logic. That means a set of functionalities you want to use across the application, across various components. Then we can configure them. By using a service, inject them and use them. Let's see simple example for that. Angular it is actually used. Service. And very important is service must be registered. Service must be registered into application. Service must be registered into application. Application providers collection must be registered into application providers collection. Application has declarations collection, modules collection, imports collection, providers collection. Service must be registered into application providers, right? Let's see one simple example how we can configure the service and use the service. So technically, manually we can add the service because service is a TypeScript class. As we already discussed that. So in Angular, service is a class. So then how do we add a class? This is important. Then how do we add a class? Let's see how we can configure and add the class. So let's go